What was I reading the other day? I'm probably late to the party on this. Like I always am. We got this guy. Who's this guy? Powerlifting. This transgender guy won a powerlifting competition. And a woman's powerlifting competition. And broke all the records. Can you... I just get out of my country already. I gotta get out of the country. I gotta fly off this planet Earth. I'm sorry. What do we want to colonize? I don't care. Jupiter. I'll go to Jupiter. Put me park the ship right next to that fucking hurricane. That 300-year-old hurricane. I love hurricanes. I'll go driving around in it. Give me the hurricane van. We'll stop at the moon. We'll get that car they were driving around in, you know? Drop me off on Jupiter. I don't know. They even have a floor there? I don't even know if there's a floor. I don't know. I gotta get out of here. Who's this guy? What are you kidding me? Is this what the world's coming to? I got news for you right now. It's a good thing I wasn't in that gymnasium, because I would have fucking pulled the fire hose out of the wall. I would have just sprayed them right through the fucking auditorium doors. What's going on here? Why? Can we bring back the fire hose? There's plenty of people I'd like to spray with a fire hose. Get the fuck out of here. Unbelievable. Is anybody taking this seriously? Are there people out there that are like, you know, he really deserved it. I mean, what? I swear to God, I don't know what's going on. And you know, it's hard for me to feel bad for women because basically they brought this on themselves. But here you are, you're a woman, you trained all your life to be a powerlifter, and this fucking asshole comes along, saws off his dick, and breaks all the world records. What the you know what? This is like Alex Rodriguez. This is why I stopped watching baseball. What the... Are you kidding me? I can't believe how stupid our fucking population is. I can't believe it sometimes. This Alex Rodriguez guy is the biggest piece of shit dirtbag alive. And everybody welcomes him back with open arms. I was like, huh, what? I just turned off baseball. I stopped watching. Oh, it's the greatest thing I ever did. I watched baseball. I used to watch baseball in the 80s, you know? And then in the 90s, it was, you know, I was a Yankees fan, so the Yankees couldn't stop losing. Couldn't stop winning. What am I even saying anymore? Right? This A-Rod guy, he's taking PEDs. Number one, if you're taking any form of PED in baseball and you get caught, you get fucking thrown out. You get fired. You get it? If I go to work in a factory and I'm driving a forklift, right, and I get high the day before, let's say, next day I come to work, or I was drinking, I come to work and I slam the forklift into a wall, or I knock over something, they send you for a drug test. You fail a drug test, you're fucking fired. That's it. And I gotta watch this asshole on TV who's making inordinate amount of money to play a fucking baseball game? Sit there and take PEDs and then lie about it, and then fucking just lie to the fans, lie to the organization, and then come off scot-free, come back and play, and then take PEDs again? This fucking sneaky weasel rat piece of shit? And then as long as he comes back and he hits, everybody's like, rah, rah, A-Rod, you're back. What? You fucking dummies. I wanted to go down to Yankee Stadium with a bullhorn and call everybody a dummy! And now here he is. He's like fucking cock of the walk. He's on TV. He's an announcer. J-Lo. He's got J-Lo. It's like, ha ha. If I was a kid growing up, I was like, this is the way to go. I'd just be a complete piece of shit in life. Yeah. That's how you win this game. You just got to be a cheating, lying piece of shit. So that's what we're teaching our kids, right? I'm like, whoa. I'm just going down the wrong path here. I don't even throw my fucking gum on the floor. I'm doing it all wrong. I'm doing it all wrong. We can all take a. We can all. I love it. I remember just sitting there and listening to the cheers as A-Rod came back onto the field. The cheers. Oh my God, Elon Musk, you can't build these rockets fast enough. I saw the other one the other day, went up into space again. It was great. Jam me in the Tesla. I don't know. Fucking put me into outer space. Stop putting cars into outer space. Put me into outer space. I want to get out of here. Spill coffee all over the place. Transgenders. These fucking transgenders. You want to be what it... Oh my God. What are you kidding me? Pull out the fucking fire hose. I would have pulled out the fire hose and sprayed him in the middle of a deadlift. Watch one of the barbell fall on his foot or something. Get out of here. God damn it. Listen. I can't take it anymore. Can't take it anymore. I just want, I just want to watch The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and Fistful of Dollars and call it a day. That's all I want to do. Woody Outlaw, Jersey Whales. That's it. Sit on my couch and watch these movies. That's what I'm into these days. Looks like we got ourselves a Josie Wales. You know what we call that, Mr. Carpetbagger? A Missouri boat ride. That's what brings me happiness today. Clint Eastwood, not Alex Rodriguez. Anyhow, what are we talking about? I had a dream last night that my house was collapsing. Oh yeah, the whole house was coming down like this, and I remember the sheetrock popped off the walls, and the beams were going like this, and I remember I could barely stick my head through the beams; they were getting so narrow. I said to my wife, I said, grab Tani and get out of here. So she's like off, and I'm thinking to myself, all right. For some reason, I was in the attic, and I knew that I knew my position in the house, and I knew where my PC Engine collection was. And I was like, I bet you I can get to my PC Engine collection and throw it through the roof vent. I'll just throw it to my wife on the front lawn. I can do this. Meanwhile, the fucking the house is coming down on my head. I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking? What am I talking about? All right, let's go. Here we go. We gotta. This show today. I want to talk about the Sega Master System. I know a lot of you guys had it. I know a lot of you guys. Some of you grew up with it. And to be honest with you, I grew up. I knew one person with a Sega Master System. My buddy Frank. He had a Sega Master System, and I remember his claim to fame was he had it in the dresser drawer. Like he had His TV was on the dresser, up on the dresser, and then when you would open the drawer, he had his Sega Master System inside. He thought it was such a clean build. Whatever. And he had 3 games for it. It was Astro Warrior, which was overhead vertical shooter. Hang on, I talk about this. That was on 1 cartridge. Those 2 games. Then Double Dragon and Gangsta Town. And that's it. That's all I know of the Sega Master System. But what the magic of the Sega Master System is the fact that it's much like the PC Engine, where you have this Sega Master System that went on into the late 90s over in Brazil? Did it go even longer over there? So you have this whole library of Brazilian Master System games. Am I mistaken here? So this is incredible. And I mean, hold on, my eyeball is stroking out. So I mean, you have Sega Master System games. I always thought the Sega Master System, let's face it was superior to the Nintendo. Graphically, the original Nintendo. Graphically, sound-wise, I mean, Nintendo might have had a leg up as far as game programming is concerned. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know enough about the Sega Master System. I haven't played enough games for it. So, I mean, the American library is almost a mystery enough to me. So imagine this Brazilian library. It gets fucking crazy. Listen to Street Fighter 2 for Sega Master System, buddies. Oh, yeah. You ever see that? You know what? And they could almost pull it off. Here's the deal breaker. There's no Hadoukens. It'll say, this is what drives me crazy about that version of the game. You'll hear, round 1. Fight! Like they did the voice for that, but they couldn't pull off the Hadouken?
Round 1. Fight!
That kills the game for me. If I'm throwing a Ryu fireball, I want to hear Hadouken! That's a breaker for me. And the other thing is the graphics aren't bad. The Master System could pull it off. Here's the problem. The music. It's like the music before you actually start. Dun 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 dun. It's like the Master System was having a hard time churning out the music. I thought that was kind of, what'd you say? Adorable. It's like, come on, little 8-bit system trying to play Street Fighter music. But these are tunes we're also familiar with, so you're giving it, it's almost like you're patting it on the back. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Anyhow, yeah, Sega Master System, very interesting. So I was starting to go through a list last night. I just went online and I just Googled list of Brazilian Sega Master System games, and I was like, I started to go through this list and I'm like, is this even fucking possible? This isn't real. And I started to write down things that I wanted to talk about today, and then I'm like, no, let's just go through this list together, because I was like, this list was blowing my mind. And I'm sure this is nothing new to a lot of you, but to me it was very new. And I said, wow, I don't know how many guys out there know about this. Probably everybody. Here we go. You know, sometimes I would turn on the Sega Master System at Frank's house, and it would go. All right. I almost don't believe this list, but here we go. I don't know what we're going to call this. We're going to call this Brazilian Master System games that I'd love to see. All right. Let's do it. And the nice thing is some of these have the year next to them. All right, here we go. Are you ready for this? Basketball Nightmare. Basketball Nightmare? Okay. Gotta lock it around here. I just want to move. I'd move to Brazil. What, are you kidding me? What is with the asses on the broads in Brazil? Huh? What's going on over there? I don't know. Battle Outrun. Outrun's a game I always wanted to pick up for the PC Engine. It's supposed to be a really good port. Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. Buggy Run. And what made me curious about this is I look at the picture for Buggy Run, and it looks like a fucking... That's a grasshopper. Look at this. That's a grasshopper. I don't care how you slice it. So it's like, oh, neat. This is Buggy Run here. You know, and then there's not any information about these games. California games too. I'm in. Big time. Dun, dun, dun. Darius too? Dead Angle. Oh, please. This has got to be a shooter, right? I bet... I put my 401k on this one. That's a shooter. Dead Angle. Dragon Crystal. That was the name of the role-playing game that Georgie had for the Sega Game Gear. Wow, it's on the Master System too. Oh, that's pretty neat. Oh yeah, I was very jealous because Georgie had a handheld game with a handheld role playing game. He was playing Dragon Crystal. I was playing Atari Lynx Gauntlet. I was like, it was always a competition. He's playing role-playing a game on his Game Gear. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm playing Gauntlet over here, and I'm holding my Lynx vertically, like a fucking mulag. Anyhow, Dynamite Hetty was on the Sega Master System. Wow, look at that Earthworm Jim. My Christ. Fantasy Zone 2, The Tears of Opa Opa. Forgotten Worlds, Gain Ground. That, let me tell you something. There's a game that you can't go wrong with. That one it wouldn't be challenged graphically, right? And you could make Gain Ground on the Atari 2600. That would work. Gauntlet. I'd love to see what Gauntlet. What's the music for Gauntlet? Do 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 do. It was like that real medieval music, like castle music, right? Yeah. Oh, that was part of the thing about Gauntlet. The Gauntlet. God damn it! If Gauntlet doesn't piss me off, the fact that you gotta feed this guy and the food meter goes down. It's like, oh, it's a time limit. Come on. It's just a time limit, man. I could never get good at Gauntlet. I just didn't. You're fucking hocking me in Chinik with this fucking time limit. Ghostbusters, interesting. Ghouls and Ghosts. All right. Lord of the Sword. Did that come out here in America? I don't know. Lord of the Sword. Oh yeah. Master of Darkness. Masters of Combat. Mortal Kombat 3? Really? Are you serious? Ninja Gaiden Master System. That's interesting. Operation Wolf Pass. No, thank you. Yeah, we all know about Phantasy Star, right? Populous. Wow, they made. You know what? They ported Populous to everything. We got a version of Populous on the PC Engine. Yeah, that's for sure. I remember wanting to play Populous so bad, seeing it in the rental store. Populous, looking at the back, and it had like this three-dimensional map, right? And remember, you'd play the game, and it had this real dark feel. What, you hear like a heartbeat in the background, and you heard the wind blowing, and it was like you were God, right? You'd raise the mountains, this and that, and another thing. You'd try to start like religions, wouldn't you, though? I never understood. I would just go there, build a couple mountains, start an earthquake, and then eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I never understood it. Then I would put it on, make a ditch over here, do this, kill this guy. I mean, you had all these icons on the side. I never had the instruction manual, so not that I would have even read it back then. I just didn't understand what was going on. Pit Fighter. Oh my God, Pit Fighter. Did Pit Fighter ever really get a good home console version? Everybody tried it. Look at Master System's trying Pit Fighter. Hey, hell, Atari Lynx was doing Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter was like, wasn't Pit Fighter just before Mortal Kombat? Pit Fighter, I remember seeing Pit Fighter in the arcade, and it was like, oh wow, that's interesting. And then Mortal Kombat happened, and it was like you just like mushed Pit Fighter in the face and walked over and watched Mortal Kombat. They were both along the same lines graphically, right? They had those digitized graphics. Pit Fighter was very interesting in the arcade for a hot 5 minutes. And then it was just like, we're done with you. That cabinet must have done really well for the time that it came out, and then just fucking tanked. I'd love to see the line graph on that game as far as sales are concerned, quarter wise. Oh yeah, but hell, if it wasn't popular, I mean, come on, we got it. What, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis? Everybody got a version of Pit Fighter. Yeah. And it was so exciting when Pit Fighter came out for Super Nintendo. I remember Rex and Phil and I rented it, and we were so excited about it. But it really wasn't that great a game. Remember, you had all the digitized people in the background, and it was like you were in a bar or something like that, and everybody was like this in the side, like cheering. You're like, oh my God, it's a real barroom brawl here. Prince of Persia, you know. Oh, I love when you watch reviews now. I mean, we all played Prince of Persia coming up, right? That's another one that was like on every goddamn system known to man. Didn't it even come out on the NES? Prince of Persia? Yeah. I loved it. Where do these fucking YouTubers get the eggs? When you watch a review on Prince of Persia, everybody's like, well, you know, Prince of Persia uses rotoscope animation. Yeah. Well, it's when they take a picture here and everybody's a fucking expert now. Where were you back in high school, buddy? Rotoscope. Let me tell you right now, if you came down before school started by the lockers, you would have came down with your rotoscope nonsense. We would have jammed you in a locker. That's it, buddy. Good luck getting out. The janitors would have had to get you out. Rotoscope. Rotoscope this. Now everybody knows it. Oh yeah, rotoscope. Rotoscope. What's the other one? Cell shaded. Oh, these are cell shaded graphics. Oh yeah, you we know you're a real prize now. The Quest for Shaven Yak. Oh, starring Ren Hoke. That was Ren's last name. Ren Hoke and Stimpy. I'm sorry. Listen, you gotta talk Ren and Stimpy. My favorite episode of Ren and Stimpy. I probably talked about this a million times, but we're gonna do it again. Remember when it was Ren has the flu or something like that? And he's laying in bed, and he's been laying in bed and sweating and just filthy dirty for like, I don't know how many days. He can't get better or something like that. And Stimpy's like, hey, Ren, we'll give you, I gotta give you, he comes out with like a nurse's outfit on or something like that. He's like, it's time for your sponge bath. And Ren's like, oh no, he's like, you can't be giving me a sponge bath or whatnot. And Stimpy was always like, real like homoerotic, right? This Ren and Stimpy is such a funny cartoon, man. So Ren's afraid to get a sponge bath because he doesn't want anybody to know about it. And Stimpy's like, nobody's gonna know. Come on, I'll give you a sponge bath. So finally, like, he gives in. And Stimpy's giving him the sponge bath, and Ren's like, oh, this is great. You know, I feel so much better, this, that, the other thing. And then they look over by the window, and the whole neighborhood's sitting by the window like this. Oh my God, classic moments in that fucking show, man. Stimpy in a fucking nurse outfit. Come on. Fucking goddamn show. Woo! Oh yeah. Here we go. Maybe some of these games were released in America. I just don't even fucking know. You know? RoboCop 3? I mean, here we go. 1996. Jesus. Oh, there's one for you. Sega Chess. Yeah. Shadow of the Beast. Was that in the American version? I don't think I ever saw Shadow of the Beast. Oh my God, Shadow of the Beast. Anyhow, let me go. Here we go. Yeah, we know Sonic the Hedgehog came out on the Sega Master System, and a very, very nice port of it. I'm sorry, I never played it, so I can't speak of the gameplay. But the graphics are fucking insane. 8-bit? It's insane, man. I tell you right now, Sega Master System, Sega Master System did for 8-bit what I believe the PC Engine did for 16-bit, man. It maximized. It yanked everything it could out of its little bag of tricks to put out those graphics. And it's impressive. There we go. Spellcaster. Of course. Spellcaster. Well, who's not buying Spellcaster? Yeah. Street Fighter 2 came out in 1997. Jesus. Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage 2. By Christ. Alright. I mean, listen to the Smurfs. 1996, The Terminator. I mean, I'm only picking out a few here, but I mean, the list goes on and on. Just on and on. Wolfchild, 1993. I mean, what was going on? Guys, anyhow. Fascinating stuff. To who, I don't know. To me, that's all I want to see. Listen, I love to see the Sega Master System, what it did later on in life. All right? What they were able to do with it as far as who was programming for it at that point. The guys over in Japan, over in Sega? I mean, there must have been a tremendous market for this over in Brazil. Imagine how many copies are floating around over there. I don't know. Where else was it going? Anyhow, listen. I don't have to tell you that you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. And you better believe that. With a 4K face! We'll see you next time.